Well, we're going to go over the games of the week for next week. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We have a caller on the line. Is it? Yes, it's Adler Farrow from the Amsterdam Chiefs. The other owner is on the line. Adler, are you there?
Yes, this is me, Eric. How you doing, Eric Bosco? Before I get into any of my talking here, I just want to say I'm extremely disappointed in both of you and hanging up on my co-owner of the Chiefs here. We're an organization that, speaks highly of our team, and we would like to be respected when we're on the line with fellow owners and fellow, whatever.
We understand that we had a bad connection. We had to disconnect. We apologize for any inconvenience.
Sorry about that. No problem. So what's going on, guys?
You could continue for where she left off. She said you guys might have some quarterback controversy. What do you have to say about this?
She's right. We've got two quarterbacks here. We got Big Ben. We've got Matt Hasselbeck fresh off his injury. We're in a tough spot. We got to look at both of the opponents, they're going up against, and make a decision from there. It's pretty tough, but it's a good situation to be in.
I agree. So have you been leaning towards Matt Hasselbeck, or is Ben your quarterback?
At this point, Ben is our quarterback. But we've had Matt Hasselbeck. We know him very well. We've had him each year for our fantasy league, and we're extremely pleased with his production over the 4 years that four seasons that we've had him, and so we certainly will, look to him certainly at some point in the season.
Could I ask you a question, Mr. Adler?
Go ahead, Bosco.
Actually, it's Jimbo, but
Oh, Jimbo.
that's neither here nor there.
Sorry about that.
How many?
Get people mixed up.
How many?
Jimbo, shoot.
Okay. How many chances are you gonna give Terrell Owens before you start benching him?
Yeah, it's tough. You look at him, and he can do well if he has the opportunity. If he's given that opportunity, and we expected a lot from Terrell this season, and we just haven't gotten much yet. But I'm patient. We're fortunate to have the position to be able to be patient. But we are, we certainly look toward the waivers to see what we can do with that position. We just signed Austin Collie to a deal a week ago. We like his production. He's looking well. He looks like he can be a performer out there. We got Torrey Holt. We can look towards his production. Hopefully he can give us a spark at that position. But yeah, it's a concern. But luckily we've been able to fight through it at this point. Yeah.
That sounds good. Well, I'm going to hit you up with the last question. Next week, you're going up against So Fucking Bad. What do you think is going to happen next week?
That's a good question. And it's the commissioner. Always respect that team. We always have a good time when we go up against each other. We respect each other. He's a good owner. And I'm going to be meeting up with him that week. We'll be watching the games together and seeing how it all turns out. I expect it to be well fought. We both got players on buys, but we also got a full, strong team to go up against each other. To look at his roster, he's got Drew Brees there. An awesome quarterback. I don't know his matchup, but I expect him to do well. And then, he's got the wide receivers, Randy Moss, Brandon Marshall. We're looking at everybody. We're seeing where he's at. And it should be a well-fought game between two teams. We won't see any disrespect between these two teams.
Well, let me ask you one more question on my end before we let you go, and I thank you for the call. And please,
Jimbo, go ahead, bring it.
and please send your co-owner Erica an apology on my half. It's definitely my fault. I don't know what happened, but
We appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Okay.
Jimbo, we know that you mean no harm.
Thank you.
It was a little confusion at the beginning of the call. We didn't know what happened. But
Okay.
we can clear the air on this and continue about our business.
All right. Well, I got one final question. My sources tell me you were in Detroit for the Lions-Steelers game.
Yes, I was there. I'm actually right now, it's interesting. I'm in the special teams meeting room right now. We're in this House Hall where the Bears practice, and I'm telling you, I'm awed at the whole spectacle of this area. I just met with Rashid Davis and Zach Bowman, but I know we weren't getting into that, but we were talking about my elaborate weekend. Detroit, Pittsburgh, absolutely great. Fine 420 hosted the event. We went out to the
more question to follow up your Hellas Hall meeting. Were you down there to recruit players for your team?
Yes, I have been looking at plans. I've been in talks with a few, but we haven't gotten anything concrete. It's too early for me to speak on that right now.
Well, I'd like to say thank you, Adler, for joining us today. Hopefully you have a good...
Anytime, guys.
No problem. Hey, hopefully you have a good week next week.
We'd like to see you in the studio.
Well, we'd like to see you in the studio, make a special appearance if possible next time.
Of course. You can, anytime, guys. For you guys, for you too, anytime.
We'll have somebody set it up. You have a good night, Adler.
All right, guys. Take care, buddy.
All right,
Goodbye.
see you later. Bye.
That was Adler Farrell, the other owner of the Amsterdam Chiefs. Wow.
Compelling.
Very compelling.
Compelling.
Well, let's get to the games of next week. Basically, our first matchup I'm going to go over is the one we just discussed, So Fucking Bad against the Amsterdam Chiefs. It's going to be a tough game, but So Fucking Bad has a dilemma. They have Drew Brees going up against their own defense in the New York Giants.
Well, is Adler off the phone?
He is off the phone.
Amsterdam Chiefs don't stand a chance, Eric.
That's what I like to hear. Let's move forward. We have 4 Inches of Thunder going up against Smelly Pirate Hookers. Who's going to win this one?
Usually when 4 Inches of Thunder go up against a Smelly Pirate Hooker, the Smelly Pirate Hooker wins.
You heard it here. Next on the matchup, Cougar Meat versus the 420s. Cougar Meat's on a winning streak, 420s on a losing streak. I don't know about 420s. What do you think? What's going to happen?
Take the 420s.
Wow, you heard it here, 420s. Next we have Murderous Chiefs against the Harlem Lugnizuts. Lugnizuts needs to come back with a big win bad, or else they could be looking at moving down in the rankings.
He's probably going to start Mewelde Moore again. So, totally avoid picking the Harlem Lug Nuggets on this one.
And the last game of the week is the Kung Fu Hustlers against your first time winner of the week, Sancho y los Chingones.
Let me just tell you something. Sancho, if you do not beat the Kung Fu Hustlers, then you might as well just pack up your bags and move your ass back to Mexico.
You're getting pretty close to packing your bags, buddy.
Órale.
Well, that's enough for the games of the week. We now have a segment called CC's Picks. We have the one person that's gonna tell you a guaranteed winner. She's in the room. She's coming right here. There she is. Cecilia Rose Ayala. Cecilia has all 12 teams in front of her, and she's gonna pick one. Who does she pick? Bosco, could you get that pick? She picked So Fucking Bad. Unbelievable. This girl knows who to pick. You will see it next week. Way to go, CC. Way to go. That's it from here. The Bears Weekly Update Show. We're going to have a new name last week, and we're going to be giving out some new info for you for next week. We're going to be meeting at the Foundry, try to play some flag football early morning before 9 o'clock. I want all of you there. All of you there. Last time we had a couple people missing. Who were those people, Vasco?
Bastards.
That's who they were. Well, that's it from here. It's Eric and Jumbo saying good night and goodbye.